What's everybody? Welcome back to CryptidCast. Alright, this show where we talk about cryptids. In this episode we're going to be talking about Avengers Infinity War. Okay?
That's my favorite cryptid.
It's going to be great.
We're going to be... How is this a cryptid? Like, none of them are even magic.
It's CryptidCast. Okay, so before we get real into it, once again we're going to do another update on Thunder the Bleacher Creature. Alright, UND is trying to peddle their new mascot, some dumb hawk thing that I don't even know what this is about. It's so dumb. But like, we gotta get Thunder back. They're trying to distract us. At this point, I'm concerned it's an inside job.
It's a conspiracy at this point.
It's like, we need all the best like people on this to look into this and try and figure out like what's going on here, because I'm concerned.
I'm as well concerned, because why can't we just bring back the original mascot, Injun Joe?
And then,
now remember,
we gotta get Injun Joe, the first mascot of UND. Let me just tell you, Injun Joe.
I mean, did you get Injun Joe graphic now?
That is his name, Injun Joe, not Indian Joe.
Can we do an Injun Joe update?
We're losing viewers.
We already lost all the viewers. So we're not even talking about freaking cryptids at all.
So if Thunder's found, there is a $25 reward courtesy of Joey, and then additionally a can of soda of your choice. So keep that in mind. Be on the lookout for Thunder. All right, let's get into this. So first of all, we're gonna do a little spoiler-free section just for all of our viewers, and then we're gonna get into the real spoilery stuff.
Shout out to you, Luke Smith.
All right. So spoiler-free thoughts, just right off the bat. What are our thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great movie. Only problem with it was I was supposed to see it, then I had a kind of an emergency, couldn't see it, so I watched it on my phone through a camera.
Okay.
And then I saw it again on Saturday. And in the movie theater I was sitting in, there was a giant light above my head, and it was very miserable. So
you'll hear it here, folks.
It made it really hard to enjoy the movie when I had bad experiences watching the movie. But great movie besides all that.
Cameron illegally did something bad.
It's not illegal unless I download it, Joey.
Well,
no, that's illegal.
McKayla, your thoughts?
I loved it. I was super hyped for it because, 10 years worth of build-up, and totally worth it.
Right.
Exit. We'll get to it.
Joey, what did you think of the movie without spoiling anything?
You go. I'll be last.
Okay, I thought it was a really good movie. I really liked it. I liked the build-up. I thought they really handled managing all these, a lot of characters all at once, and it didn't seem overcrowded or anything at all. I really liked the story. It was really good. Joey?
That's fine.
Any, would I should elaborate on that, or just...
Like, it's a Marvel movie. Like, what do you expect more? It's just candy movie, if you will. Like, it's nothing more than just a simple movie that you're gonna go in and come out. You're gonna be excited for it. Just whatever. It's not an experience like what movies are supposed to be. Like an experience. Marvel.
It was a way better experience than Avengers 2.
I was banging my head against the wall during Avengers 2. That was...
What wall?
The wall I was sitting next to in the theater.
I thought Avengers... I know this is going to be a differing opinion, but I thought Avengers 2 was fine.
Think it's better than Infinity War?
Equally, just...
I don't think Avengers 2 was a bad movie.
Like,
it just was a disappointing
People gave that movie so much shit because people were expecting, we want it to be more than Avengers. It's like...
I want it to be better than Avengers.
It looked like
Avengers Age of Ultron had the one problem of not adding Hank Pym, the wife beater. That's who made Ultron, though!
We got that a movie later, though. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Moving on from the wife beaters.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all we can really say without spoilers.
Spoilers are done.
All right. So if you're Luke Smith or anyone else,
spoilers just starting.
Yeah,
Spoilers starting.
All right. So You have that.
Spoilers starting this.
Lol.
I don't want to go.
Who did that art?
Who did this art?
I'll credit them.
I don't want to go though. Amazing. Tom Holland, great actor.
Well,
Amazing.
That was the best scene of the movie.
So good.
Yeah.
Apparently improvised.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Joy?
eh.
Tom Holland's that was like
Yeah.
I don't want to
You
go.
didn't like shed a tear.
No, I didn't.
I mean, I didn't shed it to you, but I thought it was still
But here's
really
the
good.
thing, like, of all the Spider-Man, like, movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it goes bottom Homecoming, then Civil War, then Infinity War, because I'm like, okay, he's actually getting better. Like, he's fine. I still prefer Tobey Maguire over him.
Listen, I love you, Tom Holland.
Want to be on the podcast? Just hit us
McKayla
up.
is single.
I am single.
Okay. What else do we like about the movie?
But
Add
again,
dissolving effect.
wait. Here's my thing. Here's also my thing about the whole. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna post.
Yeah.
Like this is spoiler shock, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You all three of you know that there's gonna be a part 2.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
I thought it was done.
No.
You serious?
Like Thanos' glove just, boop
Wait, we're-
away. Wait. It's not like Yondu who literally died.
I do think.
Yondu I actually felt sorry for because it's like a character who went through hell and back in Guardians 2. Like all these heroes, they didn't really go through hell and back, except for
They just went through hell.
Wait, so you're saying there's gonna be a part 2?
I will throw that banana at you.
I do think that the ending would have had a bigger impact if it was the other half. I feel like they picked the wrong half.
For just to be specific here, everyone except there was a couple like Rocket and Nebula, but all the side characters got dissolved except for the
It was like
OG Avengers, which I think is a good thing because those Avengers they get their send off in part 2. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
it's not called part 2 anymore, but in Avengers 4 they get their proper send off.
And they're gonna have like there'll be more stakes for that because like you're
Those
not gonna like
characters will actually
permanently
die.
kill Spider-Man or Doctor Strange
Especially
or something.
because
but, like,
Spider-Man's getting a movie after
Yeah.
Avengers 4.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna do the permanent kills.
Obviously,
No.
the dissolved people aren't dead. We know
Yeah.
that. Obviously.
But again, here's the thing.
Gamora, though, might be dead. I don't know.
I've seen theories that
No.
like she's in the Soul Stone
Yeah.
or something like that, which is kind of
And James Gunn had said that the next Guardians movie was going to be focused on her, and some believe that means that the movie, like, everyone thought, okay, she's going to be the lead now. But maybe it's going to focus on her because it's going to be them dealing with it or them trying to find Gamora, something like that. Who knows?
yeah. Joy, you had something to say?
All of them are gonna live.
Well, I feel like characters are going to die in the next one.
But I mean, I
The
think
only
they
one
can still
that's probably gonna die is Tony and Steve.
Cap's going to die. I don't think Steve's going to
Yeah,
die.
Steve 50-50. Thor's gonna live. I think
He's
like,
getting more movies.
Yeah,
He's too
Thor's
profitable right now to get rid of him.
Because
Cap's contract's ending.
No, he's dead.
He's gone. He doesn't want to do any
guaranteed.
more movies after this, so he's gone after
so
this.
it would be funny if they tried to do exactly what happened in the actual comic of Civil War, like
We were
Of
doing
Civil War?
of the comic book. You know what happens, right?
In
Yes.
Civil War, you said?
Yeah, in Civil War 1.
Yeah.
In Civil War 1.
Yeah.
Like, a civilian shot Captain America. Like, before he was gonna go to court and get arrested, a civilian shot him. And Tony was like, oh, shit, I realized I was the bad guy. Like, this is why, like, Iron Man is considered, for me, I consider him, like, he is on the brink of becoming one of the bad heroes. Like Reed Richards or Hank Pym. Or Hal Jordan for DC. Okay, Reed Richards, he has literally a villain group called the Council of Richard, where it's a bunch of multi-dimensional Reed Richards trying to take over the multiverse. And in the zombie-verse, Zombie Reed Richards' plan was to spread the zombie virus all across the multiverse.
We can't be hating characters though just because they had like one shot like like one-off universe where they were a bad guy in that universe.
The Council of Richards, which let me just also mention, is inspired the Council of Ricks to literally take over all the multiverse because they wanted to have Sue Storm.
I feel like this was like a one-off though. Like you can't.
No.
Whatever.
And
We got Scott Lang though.
still, and also like,
Except not in this movie.
and later on, I'm gonna
Next
talk about
movie.
like worse stories about characters.
Okay, so McKayla, you had a complaint about this movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Vision.
Chip.
I really hated Vision in this movie. Like, not the actor or anything, he's great. But like,
Wasted the potential.
what they did with the character of Vision, I feel like they, in Ultron and in Civil War, he was like pretty overpowered, especially in Ultron. And then he just didn't do anything in this movie. He got beat around, and then he was just a liability the whole movie.
Okay, in Civil War though, he wasn't that powerful because literally Hawkeye, the weakest
At least he
Avenger,
did-
like shot like an arrow at him. He like
Okay, at
got
least he-
electrocuted.
Tried to do
That's
something though. What did he do in this movie? He got
He got
stabbed
in
4
the
times.
He got stabbed in the back, and then that like messed up his like powers or something. Apparently, like, it messed him up. I don't know. I kind of.
Okay, Vision is like, kind of like that B to C list hero you really don't care about. Unless you're like a huge fan of Ant-Man characters.
You know, I don't really care about Vision, but like just his presence bothered me.
Just like weak boy over here. I don't want anything to do with this weak boy.
He was just such a liability the whole time that it was so distracting to me. I was like, I didn't like him.
Well, I mean, it kind of contradicts him. Like, which one of you said that it perfectly fit all the characters into one thing?
I said that they did a really good job.
Yeah, it's like contradicting on what you said. It's like she's saying that, like, Vision had practically nothing to do except get his ass handed by a bunch of bugmen.
But I do agree that like one of my biggest worries going into Avengers was how they were going to handle so many people. But I think they did a really good job with it.
I don't think Vision was. I feel
Aside
like
from
Vision, they could have handled Vision completely different. I don't think
Right.
like that was the. I don't think they
I don't-
handled
yeah.
Vision because there was too many people. I think that was a script choice because he had the Soul or Mind Stone in his head. Like he was a key character in that sense.
All right. Anything else we liked or didn't like about the?
Fucking Thor. Though.
He was good.
Eh.
Okay, so when I was watching on my phone the first time, there was a couple times where it would cut and then start again, and it would be like a minute or two later. So when I saw it, it was like the part where all those like aliens were jumping on Hulk, like in his like Hulkbuster suit or in Bruce, yeah, whatever. They were all on top of him, and then it cut, and all of a sudden it was simply like, oh yeah, and all of a sudden like Thor was, and I was like, oh, where'd this come from? And I was like, okay, so it did make sense. It made more sense when I watched the movie.
It reminded me of Moana, exactly what happened, except it actually made sense. Like, out of nowhere, the god shows up with his weapon.
Well, he didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
He has
the
a
entire
Bifrost
movie
hammer.
of.
I mean, he was a real big part of this movie.
Like getting the
I
whole
was sure he
planet
was
Sure,
dead.
I liked him a little more, not a little bit more, but more, of him in this than in Thor Ragnarok, which I know is a controversial opinion, but I don't really care about that movie at all.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
It was just, is exactly what Marvel is selling you. It's like, oh, we have flashy colors, we have superheroes, we have pop music, we're
They
doing...
had one song.
My point is, you're doing synthwave with a Norse god.
I think it works really well for the movies that are based in space. Because otherwise you're going to get this really, like, kind of boring, like, just space adventure. Or, like, I mean, not that Star Trek's boring. I like Star Trek. But, like, you're going to get closer to something like that. Where I think adding, like, the colors and, like, the songs and stuff just keeps up with
We
that
get
movie.
Beastie Boys in Star Trek, though.
But here's the problem with that, Cameron.
They literally killed all the aliens in the last one with sabotage by the Beastie Boys. That was an entire plot point.
But again, Cameron. That song, like, the director of that movie was pissed because they promoted that shit.
What?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
What?
Like, he was mad that, like, you spoiled the biggest surprise of my movie.
Wait, which movie?
Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, we're not talking about
This is
Star Trek Beyond.
Infinity War. This is Infinity War.
Fine.
That'll be our next week. Star Trek
Yeah.
Beyond review.
Okay, but again. Like,
3 years
okay,
later.
one thing I was like, really? Your joke was that? Was fucking pure Dinklage with the whole, oh, look at me. It's just a little guy, but it was a giant. It was like, who is like a dwarf. I'm like,
I didn't see it as a joke though. Like I didn't.
it's a gag. It was like little guy being big guy.
I didn't expect it. I knew he was in the
I
movie.
expected it.
You okay, sure you did, Joey.
I did. He's like, ha, it's funny because irony.
But he was like talking like this the entire time.
No shit. No shit.
I didn't see it as like a gag though. I just he's just a character. I didn't.
Like, if you had, like, say someone let Yao Ming be like a little fairy, it's the same thing. The big whoop.
Okay, but imagine when Thor came in though came to Earth, and imagine if Immigrant Song started playing.
That would have been good.
You mean like what they did with Wonder Woman with her theme? But
Maybe
is it-
copyright strike.
But again, like, that is Garrett!
Snow in the wind nights. I don't know
That's
the rest of the
But,
song. No.
but again, my point is, Garrett, it's like, so you'd want to do exactly what they did with Wonder Woman in Justice League?
With our theme?
Yeah.
Our theme
And
is
then-
awesome.
Yeah,
in
she did a
Justice
really
League.
They
good
also did it with Batman.
And Batman's theme kind of sucked in Justice
Wonder Woman
League.
seems really good.
Wonder
actually.
Woman's
Like,
theme is so
You
good.
don't like the 1989 Batman theme?
It's not as good as Wonder Woman's new theme.
It's just as good.
Wonder Woman's theme is so good.
Okay, we're getting off topic
Back
again.
to Marvel.
Okay. So Avengers. So what else about the movie? Any?
What about that beginning scene though?
Oh yeah, the ship. That was.
Props to Tom Hiddleston for going and doing all the promos for the movie to only be killed in the first 5 minutes.
At first I thought Thor was dead too.
I saw him in the rest of the trailers. So
Oh,
he was
yeah.
fine.
All the wonderful characters you know and love. Dead.
Speaking of the trailers, they had like Hulk and Wakanda in the trailers.
Yeah,
that was
they
a
did.
total
They did some good stuff there. Because I thought,
Like,
okay, when
Guys, do you not realize? Hollywood lies.
No, yeah,
that's a
but
good
that's
thing
that's
though.
like,
I don't want them to spoil the movie for me,
Yeah,
so I'm glad they're using different shots and stuff.
It was like really cool how they did that.
And then there was
Like
the-
the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer was the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't make the movie any less bad.
No, it was a great movie. It was a
Yeah.
great movie. I'm just saying, like the trailer, like just before
gave
I-
everything away.
Yeah, before I even saw the movie, I was like, I feel like I already saw the whole movie, and then I went, and it really did just feel like a summary.
It was still a good experience.
But it was still, it was a great movie. But yeah.
Yeah, this was it was really good.
Okay, quick talk thing about the Spider-Man Homecoming. Kick-Ass was better. As a high school superhero movie.
No. Okay, moving on.
It was. It's like,
Okay, whatever.
I mean, you didn't see Spider-Man masturbate.
Okay. No. Okay.
I don't think we needed to though.
Yeah, we did. It was a
No.
gag. Come on, think about it. Web everywhere. I mean, don't you want to
no,
see?
No.
Don't
No.
you wanna
No.
see?
No.
Michaela,
No.
don't you want to see?
No.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it.
You addicted gambler.
So there's one thing I read somewhere. So the first time the Guardians are introduced in the movie, like the song that's playing is the Rubber Band Man.
Yeah.
And I've heard there's something like they put in there because like when like you stretch rubber band, it snaps.
Yeah.
And Thanos is the Rubber Band Man.
Yeah.
That was a theory I saw. It's
Also,
really cool.
John Ralphio in Parks and Rec, which Chris Pratt starred in, would like to play Elastic Man, which is a rubber band man. I'm reaching for straws right now.
You're
Okay,
Yeah, you are.
the Guardians intro though.
What, we gonna get
space.
Yeah, that was
I did like that.
Are we-
Speaking of the Guardians, though, I was surprised by how much humor was in this movie.
yeah.
I
And they balanced it well too
Yeah.
with
James Gunn wrote apparently most of the dialogue for the Guardians, so it felt like a Guardians movie still. Also, Chris Pratt, really good acting with.
I like the Drax with can't even see me
Yeah.
thing.
I had a joke about that at our work today. We had a guy and someone said he couldn't see him, and I said it's because he was so still. But yeah, I'm so still. I'm moving so slowly. Hi, Drift. Yeah,
was
it was
good.
good. It was good. How long were you sitting there for? An hour.
Red Skull. That was. I didn't see that one coming at all.
I did.
You lied.
There was no way. You
Okay,
predicted
first
the
off,
entire
I
movie.
knew exactly what happened. This like people thought that you got obliterated, but I'm like, isn't?
Okay, I didn't think he was dead, but I
Okay.
didn't see him coming in Infinity War, though.
Yeah, I did.
You did not, Joe.
I did. Think
They
about it.
didn't really explain it though. They just kind of were like, "Here's this."
Well, they're
guy
like, is
again."
this Infinity Stones I held one? It vanished
It's
from this
the
place.
Tesseract, which had the Space Stone, which that made him go anywhere in the universe. Thus, boom. There he is.
It was really cool. It was a cool little throwaway.
It's like it was he did a nice performance.
Joey, whose performance in this movie is there anyone who you thought was just spectacular?
Let me see. I mean, I liked Chris Pratt. Benedict Cumberbatch was fine.
He was really good.
Tom Holland, he's improving.
Great Bob.
But here's the problem with Homecoming. He goes to a special school. Not some average school.
He's a smart boy.
So, not going to a gifted school.
He built he's like.
He's a smart boy. He built his
He
own
was building the web shooters
shooters
and stuff. Like, he
Like,
was
he's
like-
a smart boy. Every Spider-Man's like basically built the web shooters except for Tobey Maguire.
While we're on the topic of Spider-Man, how about that Spider-Man and Iron Man scene?
Which
Kiss.
the
I don't want to go.
yeah.
That was intense.
I don't want to go.
Again, this is another reason why Tony Stark is a horrible person.
What did Tony Stark do here?
He told him to go home.
Every single time. Even though after Spider-Man saved...
He's a great adopted father, okay?
No, he isn't!
Just as
He's doing his best.
he's doing his best.
He's unexperienced, but he's
So is that mother, but guess what happened to her?
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
Okay, here's the thing. That was a stupid line.
What?
I don't feel so good. I'm like, I don't feel so good, really?
Because
You
he's got
wouldn't
the
feel
spider
good either.
sense.
Boy,
Okay, yet you excuse it off when it comes to Homecoming. It's like, he doesn't have
he
spider
has a
sense.
spider sense. They just never.
They showed it in the movie when the spaceship came in.
No. Like, when I was talking about it earlier with Homecoming, he didn't have it then.
No, they just didn't show it off like in the Raimi movies and the new movies. They showed it off like with like an effect, like there was like something going on. It's a part of him. Like they don't need to show it.
Yeah,
It's just a thing.
this is Spider-Man Homecoming is the latest Spider-Man movie, and yet you didn't show it off in that movie.
They didn't need to show it off because he just had it.
When?
Like they just
In
didn't,
Homecoming.
like there was no exact moment when he had it, but it was just like he had it. Like it was just like they didn't show it off like since we're like in the same Raimi movies.
Even though the excuse was, and I quote, he's growing. That's
who said that?
the director.
Did he?
Yes.
Because
Like, Tiger, why did Spider-Man not have his spider sense in Homecoming?
Well, like maybe it has to develop.
But he did definitely had it in this one because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's kind of stupid.
Collider, I love that website.
See, yeah, you just wanted to make the movie less about things you've already seen before.
Like he definitely had it. It just they didn't need
Yeah,
to
we've
show it
already
as an
seen him
effect.
swinging webs. We've already seen
Well,
him
that's
fight
def-
the bad guy.
His
We've
character.
already.
You have to show that. Like there's no way not to show
again,
him swinging around, but you cannot show the
There are
spider
some
sense.
parts of Peter Parker we don't really want to care about. I mean,
And the Spidey sense was one of those in his movie.
we didn't really care about the relationship of Aunt May and Peter Parker when it comes to laundry. And guess what? We got that.
What?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay, well that's not part of
I
the
wanted to
universe.
watch the American flag, Aunt May. Oh, watching the American flag. It's going
Aunt May is
Alright.
hot though in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
No, she isn't. Yeah, say that to any aunt. Say that to any aunt. You're hot.
Look up Aunt May in the new Spider-Man: Homecoming movie.
Type in Aunt May. Just Aunt May.
Okay, no, just don't. No,
All
no,
right,
that's
we're
not.
off topic. She wasn't in this movie.
Yeah. Maybe she died as well.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it could.
We didn't start a dissolve.
So overall thoughts though? Really good.
Yeah, really good movie.
It's fine.
Do we want to talk about like?
I was thinking
Well, we-
theories for the next one
Yeah.
maybe, and like
So my theory is I've read this online. There's set photos and stuff that I've seen, and in the set photos, Tony Stark has kind of whiter hair, like lighter hair. So there was some belief that it's going to be 5 years later, and it's going to be 5 years later, and he's wearing a Shield uniform in those photos. So it's like, okay, maybe he started Shield up again after Nick Fury and
It just got
Mary-
Real talk, Iron Man goes through so much crap in these movies.
Yeah.
Like, he just gets everything. He gets, like,
I bet he lost Pepper Potts in this movie too because he went into space to save the world.
probably. He
Why
lost
did she join them?
He lost his wife. He lost
Why
his
would she
son.
doesn't have any powers?
Does she not?
No.
Doesn't she still have the extremist
No, they
virus?
took that stuff
No, they
out
took that out.
Why?
I'm pretty sure they took it out when
because
they
it
did
explodes.
Yeah, but she could control it. She could have control it, like with.
She didn't.
So it's like she has like an inhibitor in her like body, and then she could just spew out fire bolts like pew pew. She,
We don't
That
need
would
it.
be awesome, but
yeah, but come on, think about it. She'd be Ms. Marvel instead of.
I think it's
No.
important that Pepper is kind of like his normalcy.
And she doesn't like that. He's not.
Okay,
normal.
here's the thing about Iron Man. He is a drunk. He's a
None of these
No.
movies, though. We don't.
which is lame because there's
He's
a
in with
well-known.
PTSD though in these movies,
Yeah.
which is I
Yeah.
think better than me just being a drunk. Like we get a more human side from
Yeah,
him. We see like what
is,
normal human
is
would be
that
going
alcohol?
through
He
after
just
going-
betrays his friends.
When did he betray his friends?
Civil War.
And then have you guys seen that? There was like a scene that like everyone's going back to now in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where it's that scene where Tony's basically lecturing Peter, and he's like, "If you die, that's on me."
Yeah.
And then like
Mhm.
now I just think about that.
It's like it's on him. He died. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So bad
so
for my
are
But
we
yeah,
going-
5-year
Okay.
time skip.
Are we
and there's-
near the end?
We're doing
We're-
theories right
yeah.
now. We have the 5-year time skip, and there's also some set photos of them back in New York in the original Avengers. So there's some thoughts that they're going to go back in time, or they're in Civil War. There was this thing called Barf, which was like the thing where he saw his parents and stuff.
yeah, the
The
simulation.
Yeah, simulation with your memories. They're going to use that to go and like try to figure out how they can stop Thanos or something. And Ant-Man was in those screenshots, and Thor had long hair again in those screenshots. Cap was wearing his old uniform.
Well, I've heard a theory
Mhm.
about what's going to happen is that it's going to take place in a sort of alternate universe where the people that disappeared didn't exist to begin
So
with.
like them disappearing was they stopped from
They
Right,
never
they
existed
never
at all.
existed. to
It's
begin
like
with.
in Doctor Who when they had the crack in the wall, you go through the crack, everyone forgets you ever existed. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they never existed.
Mhm.
It's not like they just died off. It was like they were never there to begin with. So
Merciful.
some people are
Thanos did nothing wrong. That's a subreddit I'm a part of right now.
So that's a theory that it could take place in. I don't know. Maybe they have to like learn.
That's why they have to do the
slowly.
memory things again.
Okay.
Yeah, and to be like, what happened?
How much do y'all know about Thanos and his love relationship?
They're not
That's
gonna go
not, that's not relevant to these movies though,
because they're
It
not.
will.
It's
no,
not though.
If death was going to
At
be in
this
these movies, it
moment.
would have been introduced in Infinity War.
They're gonna.
No, because from what I've heard though, like after the comic book, like Infinity Gauntlet, after he like kills a bunch of people, he goes to live a life of a farmer. And at the end of Infinity War, he went to that shack, which I think is going to be possibly him just living life as a farmer now, just like
Who? Oh,
Thanos.
yeah,
He did what he wanted. He's done.
He's a fucking god.
Yeah, but he was in a sense kind of like. I mean, it's kind of
Well,
a good
but
God.
This was like Thanos' movie. Like this was his.
movie, and now like it was him. Like I felt I understood what he was going for, but I didn't agree with it, and now he's done. He doesn't want to. It's not like he wants to kill people because he wants to kill people. He wants to kill people because he wants to protect
He
the galaxy.
thinks he's right.
He thinks he's right, and he might. I don't know, but
Ah,
It's
Like,
not
you
matter what-
understand his
I
motivation.
just
You
understand
understand how he
so now
got.
he's done. I think he's done. Like he's not gonna go around like killing more people. I think he's done. He's gonna retire. He's gonna live a
Like
simple
in this
life.
movie, he only killed the people who he absolutely had to.
Yeah.
Like he
and
could
you
have just.
still gotta have this stupid gauntlet.
I think he's gonna. The gauntlet looked pretty fucked up though.
It's still gonna you can still do. Stuff,
I think either gonna throw it in the cage and be like, they have to find it. Blah 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 blah.
I don't know if they do that. That's I don't know.
And then you just see like Tony Stark just going like this, just holding a bag of sand, just just going in.
How awkward is the flight back to Earth gonna be though with Tony Stark and Nebula?
There'll be some intergalactic road games.
Come get it.
I Spy with My Little Eyes. Something that rhymes.
little eye.
Something that's.
That's a song. Whatever.
But again, my point is like, I believe that they're going to show death, just to appeal to the nerds like me. Cause, like most like comic book nerds know, like Thanos is kind of an idiot. He fucks up every single time he does something.
Look up Thanos helicopter.
I love that. I love
Yes,
that.
the world-renowned Thanos chopper.
Oh, have you seen the site where you can go and it'll like
I love this. This is my favorite.
Just waving. Thanos in a helicopter.
Okay,
All I has to say
nitpick.
Thanos on the side,
Two
just so
nitpicks,
you know.
two nitpicks about the movie. Thanos should have kept his helmet. One, that's a nitpick of mine. And two, Black Widow should have had red hair.
So about the helmet, I saw I agree with Black Widow, but about the helmet, I saw something like one of the directors or someone had said that like this wasn't like a big battle for him. This was like a spiritual journey. He didn't feel like he needed the helmet. It was just like
It was.
No!
And I actually have the answer for the Black Widow, why her hair changed. So basically, at the end of Civil War, they kind of like went into hiding. So like Captain America grew his beard to kind of like
Hide.
and so
What?
she's a spy.
Falcon
and stuff, so
also grew
Then
a
why-
the first idea, like red is kind of her iconic look. So it was just like dye the hair. It's an easy change.
Okay, then why didn't she just have her original hairstyle like in the comics?
I'm just saying that was
Like-
the solution that they gave that I saw.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah. it's-
So there's this theory that Infinity Stones add up to the name Thanos, and that T stands for Tesseract. I'll get to the H in one in a second. A stands for Aether. N stands for what was it?
Necklace. Was
Necklace.
The idea.
Necklace. O stands for orb, like the Power Stone was in the orb. S stands for scepter. And then H stands for Hugo Weaving, who was the voice actor for Red Skull, which
But not in this
not
movie.
in this movie. No. So
Well,
that
that's
was-
a bit reaching.
I've seen the other theories like Hydra because of him.
Yeah.
And then also Heart.
I thought Heart
Heart
made
makes
sense,
no
but I thought
sense.
Hugo Weaving was really funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
Especially because he wasn't the voice.
Damn.
It sounded like
Yeah.
him, but it wasn't him.
Okay, but again, like, and they've shown like the origins of the Infinity Gems. I'm calling them gems because that is exactly what they're supposed to be.
But that's not what they're in the MCU though.
Well, the MCU can suck it.
They're just laughing over their like $1 billion.
Yeah, right.
And that's because people just want to be nerds.
You paid to see the movie too, Joey.
Yeah, because I'm a nerd.
Okay, hold up. My whole thing with the camera though, watching it on my phone. I paid for a ticket before and I couldn't see it, so I earned my
What
my
I'm
watching on the phone. I earned that. I bought a ticket that I couldn't see for it.
I feel like that still isn't like.
I purchased a ticket
What?
and I couldn't
Pointing
use the
at
ticket,
him.
so I in a sense I paid for my showing of that movie.
Anyway.
But in a more real sense, you buy
So
Okay, back to my point. Okay, we all know like how the Infinity Gems,
stones.
whatever, were made, right?
Because they talk about that little
1, 2,
thing.
3, 4, 5, 6 beings of immense power split into 6 stones of immense power. Blah blah. It's
Whatever
Benicio
that
del
collector.
Toro.
Okay, so essentially,
Is the collector dead?
I don't
They didn't
know.
explain it. Like,
probably.
I'm guessing so, but like
Okay,
I
but
didn't see a body.
whatever.
the one body there though, Tobias Funke. Remember that? You see the pictures of it?
Whatever.
The
Yeah,
the
we saw
inside
it.
joke. Because the directors are from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
and yeah.
Okay, but again, my point is, okay, in the comics, there was one god. that one guy killed himself and became 6 gems. If you have all 6 gems, you become God. That's essentially what happens.
But like
Thanos want to become God because he's power hungry and shit. Because apparently Jack Kirby wanted to have a power hungry guy, which I'm like, yeah, fine, yeah, have an all powerful guy.
They just wanted Darkseid in Marvel.
No. Darkseid came, I think, later.
He came before.
Okay. No.
Let's look this up. This is easy to Darkseid.
EID.
Yeah, I know. So I spelled it. First appearance was in 1970.
Okay, then type in Thanos.
Thanos looks like 73, I think.
Okay.
They're both created by Jack Kirby, though.
Yeah, they're created
Oh, no,
by-
this one was created
73,
by
73.
Mike Friedrich and artist Jim Sterling.
Jim Sterling? What the fuck?
Jim
Starling.
Starling.
Oh. I'm like, Jim Sterling?
So Darkseid came first.
Okay, well, I remember, Jack Kirby kind of got screwed by Marvel for a lot of reasons, which I find disgusting for Marvel to do, because Marvel is nothing more than slime. You fired 3 of your highest made comic book writers, and look what happened.
You should just stop seeing all their movies and boycott them.
No, my point is...
Exclusively watch DC.
That'll show
No,
them.
no, my fucking goddamn it. Okay, you lied to Jack Kirby by saying you didn't have any of his original prints because he needed those to sell them to help his health, and then later you auctioned it. That's low. Would you not say?
I can't even follow what's going on right now.
As in, Jack Kirby was dying.
So did you guys know that there's a site that you can go on and it's like, did Thanos kill me or something like
Oh,
that?
I've seen that, yeah.
And it tells you if you
Did he kill me?
vanished or
Yeah.
not.
Let's figure out, did Thanos kill?
But apparently, if you go on the site, they don't know, it's some kind of algorithm. It might be based on cookies or something. But
Cookies, like the cookies that,
like your
Peter
computer-
Parker
No,
was...
yeah. But apparently, it doesn't change. So
Yeah.
you can't, refresh it and
Yeah.
get a different...
Okay.
I did that on my computer, and even went in the incognito and kept trying to refresh it, and it still knew it was.
Okay, so
Still.
Were you spared?
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
Oh, I was spared.
Did which? Well, there's
Here's
oh,
more
look at
level
that.
link for it.
Yeah. There's okay. Did Thanos kill me? No. Did Thanos kill me?
Yeah.
All right. So I was slain.
But that means I can't. I guess I can go to the website on my phone.
Yeah, you can go on your phone.
Let's figure out.
My
how.
battery's low, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay, but again.
I was spared when I did it.
Okay, well,
Good for you.
I'll go
what was I gonna
help
say?
save the universe
Oh.
from Thanos now.
They fired Stan Lee for a while, and then Stan Lee made a bunch of original superhero shows.
I was spared.
You were spared.
Oh.
Mostly,
Now we have to become the Avengers.
mostly,
New Avengers.
New Avengers.
mostly
The next generation.
naughty shows. Honestly, Stan Lee made a show called Stripperella.
We're getting into this again.
That was my point. That was my saying. I'm just saying what all he did.
Get some help.
I forget what they did to save Ditko, but it's they don't really care about their writers. And even then, they just follow the money.
That's corporation for you.
It's all.
But even then, they threaten comic book stores to not sell any of DC comic books, and guess what? And in return, they were like, "Hey, you get an exclusive variant cover for I think Fear itself." And then
Well, I think we're getting into theory stuff here. So
that's not theory stuff. That was
No one cares about comic books really all that much anymore. It's all movies.
That's
For the good of the universe. That's
Yeah,
you were
no,
slain by
I-
Thanos for the good of the universe.
I
Thanos did
understand.
nothing
I
wrong.
understand. I understand why it had to go. I'm guessing it's you two are alive. Joey's got to be dead too. 50%. It's got to be
50%.
perfectly balanced. It's got to be yeah.
probably not.
Perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
But again, like,
Good handshake.
Oh,
Totally made a
okay,
connection
so
right there.
Yeah, it was really-
since we keep on interrupting me, I find that hurtful. But okay, well, let's go into the topic of weird Marvel stories.
Sure.
Okay,
Whatever.
let's. Okay, which superhero you want to hear weird stories about first?
I am Groot.
Bob, it's a
Third
star.
one, Groot.
Good.
He was originally a villain.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Bob, it's a star.
It's just gonna go on and on
Even
forever.
the-
and ever,
it'll-
Joey.
it'll-
Even the Groot is interrupting him.
But again, yeah, he was originally a villain. He didn't team up with Rocket Raccoon, which that's his full name, Rocket Raccoon.
Really?
That was Rabbit.
No, it's Rocket Raccoon. His girlfriend, I believe, is an otter.
An otter. Wait, Groot's girlfriend is an otter?
No, Rocket
Oh.
Raccoon's girlfriend is an otter.
Tell us about the Living Tribunal.
The Living Tribunal. Okay. I don't know. I'm just thinking of weird stuff. Like the time where Peter Parker had to deal with an intergalactic spider queen who fell in love with him, but he said no, and then he got turned into a spider who gave birth to himself.
Okay.
This is actually Marvel. Then there was a time where, in the future, Mary Jane divorced Peter Parker because he gave her cancer. And the baby died. Okay, here's something fun. Iron Man suit. Okay, so Iron Man made his suit have an AI. Okay, the suit fell in love with him.
Are you talking about Friday?
Hmm?
Are you talking about Friday?
Sure. I don't think that's what they call it, but
Small tidbit real quick. So Paul Bettany used to be Jarvis, obviously. He's married to Jennifer Connelly, who then played Karen in Spider-Man Homecoming, the AI.
Oh.
That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, Jennifer Connelly starred in the hit movie Hulk, directed by Ang Lee back in the early 2000s.
how was it a hit? More like a shit.
Heard it here first.
Everyone knows that movie was shit. And
All right. So final thoughts. Cam.
20 out of 20. No, not 19 out of 20.
Hawkeye is gonna beat Thanos next movie.
With the same
gonna
array beat he shot
Logan.
that one guy with in Civil War, Logical Arrow, that like beat
The Vision.
Vision.
Vision, the one that beat
Yeah.
Vision for some reason. Yeah, we use that. Yeah.
So there you go. Hawkeye's gonna save the day.
the movie was fine, B minus. Like, yeah, it's a good Marvel movie, but it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I thought it was really good. I agree with Cam's 19 out of 20. I thought it was a really good movie.
He said 20 out of 20.
Well, he then changed it to 19 out of 20.
Which, if
Because of
anyone
Vision.
doesn't know, those two schlups go on and have a stupid system that they think it works, but in reality it doesn't. There's
Twice
thing
as many
called
values. It's more accurate.
No, numbers are numbers.
Anyways, next week on the podcast, we'll be talking about the Anunnaki.
All right. So stay
Bye.
tuned for
I
that.
want to knock your head off.